My fellow citizens, let no one doubt that this is a difficult and dangerous effort. Our goal is not peace at the expense of freedom, but both peace and freedom.
Y al día siguiente del triunfo de la revolución, obligaron a muchos de nuestros compañeros el por qué Cuba.
We Americans will welcome these Cuban people. For the tides of history run strong, and in another day, they can return to their homeland.
Change is hard, in our own lives and in the lives of nations. Today, America chooses to cut loose the shackles of the past, to advance the dreams of our citizens.
So just flew in from Charlotte, which is home now, and coming back to Tampa, which was home for 18 years of my life, and gonna go see Abuela and my dad. I've, grown up around them my whole life and never really asked any questions about where they grew up, where they were raised, and the area that defined who they were. I've got an incredible opportunity ahead of me to get to go to Cuba and trace the roots of my family and find out more information about the Almirola name. My family's made so much sacrifice, in so many different ways, but my dad's side of the family, the sacrifice was to leave their native country and come to America at a chance for a better life for their family. Incredible that they took that leap of faith, and here I am, a byproduct of that, right? I'm living the American dream. I want to go back to Cuba and see who I am and how I got to be a Cuban American who drives in NASCAR. I'm calling it right now. Hi, Papi. Hello.
Hi, boy.
Hey, Abuela.
Thank you, Papa, for coming.
¿Cómo está?
Bien.
I'm not getting taller, you're getting shorter. When Fidel Castro took power in Cuba, my grandparents knew they didn't want to be a part of what Fidel wanted to turn Cuba into, so they decided to leave.
En Cuba empezaron a salir la gente en bote y Fidel dijo que salieran por el agua, que salieran como quieran. Entonces el presidente de aquí, Johnson, dijo, así no va a ser. Ellos van a venir, pero ellos van a venir en orden y seguro. Entonces fue que él hizo los vuelos de la libertad que le pusieron.
Abuelo and Abuela boarded one of the freedom flights and left Cuba in 1966, with 2 small children and not $1 in their pocket.
You understand to me?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
I love you.
My dad was 4 years old, and he hasn't been back since. Hey, Dad.
Love you. So how was your flight?
It was good.
Yeah?
Yeah, it was good.
I have a great desire to go back to Cuba. I don't know how I would be welcomed back in my own country. I'm not willing to take that risk.
Since they left Cuba as political refugees, they still don't feel safe going back. Did they tell you I'm gonna go back? Yeah? So I'm going back, almost as a surrogate for my dad. And hopefully, he'll get to experience a little bit through me.
To know that he's gonna see people that I never got to have any experience with, because they're all family, blood.
When I go back, I want to be able to retrace our family's history there and go see where you guys came from. ¿Cómo se dice let's go?
Ándale.
Vámonos. Vámonos. Sí, vámonos. Landing in Cuba is unreal. It's literally like time has stood still.
First impression, in Cuba?
Retro. ¿Cómo se dice?
Retro.
Retro. Sí. Old.
Old.
But cool. You like cars?
I like cars, yeah.
So this car would have been a police car with a roof on it.
Yeah,
Before the Revolution victory.
Yeah.
I see. It seems like cars are a national passion, and my taxi driver, Anger, has someone he wants me to meet.
Nice to meet you.
This is awesome. This is so cool. Julio and his wife own a car restoration shop, Nostalgia Car. It's the perfect name. 1951 Ford original. Can I race this? How do you find parts? The parts?
United States.
So you call your friend in Miami, and your friend in Miami orders the parts, and then you get the parts delivered here. A long time.
Exacto.
No es fácil.
No es fácil, brother.
No es fácil. I can totally imagine mi abuelos with the niños driving in Cubano. I want one. I want this car. Hasta luego.
Bye bye.
Central Havana. Anger takes me to Parque Central. It's like an amazing open-air car museum. There's a lot of pride, and people know their cars.
V8?
V8. V8.
Edelbrock?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah. It's got an Edelbrock intake on it. Yes. Look, mira. That's me.
Yeah.
NASCAR. Ah, that's much better. I was told if I wanted to see some authentic Cuban-style racing, there was only one place to go. En sus marcas, listos, fuera! Dale, 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 dale! And I was not disappointed. Chivichana, as they call it, is a homemade cart that takes you back to the very basics of racing. It's just pure fun. Campeones! We're walking down what used to be Paseo de Marti, and now it's Paseo del Prado. And I can assure you that my abuela walked right down where I'm walking right now. Just the first handful of hours of being here, I think the thing that strikes me is the culture. You can take my family out of this country, but you can't take this country out of my family. And so the culture has come to America with them, and that's the culture that I grew up in. Immediately, upon getting here and arriving to Cuba, I identify with that. The people, the way they look, the way they carry themselves, all of those things remind me of who I am. I feel pride that I'm here, knowing that my family came from here, and I also feel really fortunate that I get to be here. I know my dad would give anything for this experience. Hey, Dad.
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, buddy.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good. We landed in Havana about 4 or 5 hours ago, and we've toured the entire city. It has been incredible. It's hard for me to think about, walking the streets and seeing everything here, to think about the fact that this was home, right? This was home. It's hard to fathom what that must have been like for them to pack you guys up and head to America.
Yeah, the experience you're going to have tomorrow is been a dream of mine. I've gotten to see a few of the family when they travel here, but nothing like going home to a clan of Almirola.
Yeah, and I can't wait. All right, I love you guys. Good morning. We're in Cotorro, which is where Abuela's family lived. Abuela, this is the street that you lived on. I'm sure you'll remember. Wow. That's the house. That's the house Abuela lived in. Oh, she's not happy. The current owners of Abuela's house are communists, and they know all about the Almirolas. They don't support the part of the family that left Cuba. That's where Abuelo and Abuela and my dad and Tío Robert live. They make sure to let us know quickly that we are not welcome. We cannot get out of the car for long with cameras, but the quick pic that I get leaves a mark on me. They left that. That's where they left when they left Havana to go to America. That was home. That was home. Oye, Normita! Next, we head over to visit my great aunt Norma. Hey! Hola! In Verdado.
Hey.
¿Cómo está?
Bien. Oye. Hola. ¿Ya puesto flaco?
Sí. We've never met before, but looking at us, you'd think we've known each other our whole lives.
¿Say coffee?
Sí. It's an instant connection. Abuelo?
Abuelo.
Y con mi pata flaca.
En la cafetera grande se le echa. Sí.
Mucho.
No. Está muy dulce para ti. Mucho azúcar.
Mucho azúcar.
Sí, para...
Pero es gasolina de primera. At Norma's, I see photos of Abuelo and my dad that I've never seen before. Es mi padre.
Este es tu papá.
Sí.
Y este eres tú.
Ajá.
Pachilita.
Oh, yeah.
Rafle.
Yeah.
Aquí te mando a Rafle con el niño lindo, el americanito. Le encanta venir para jugar con el gato.
That's pretty cool.
Sí, sí. Su papá y,
Yeah,
y su
Roberto.
hermano. Y Roberto. La boda fue en el Cotorro. Y entonces aquí está tu abuelo, tu abuela.
Lo extraño mucho.
Él era bien simpático.
Sí.
Y cuento todo el tiempo. Y riéndose, contento siempre, la verdad.
Tell me what she's saying. I don't care about the camera.
He was always happy and making jokes and
Always.
funny.
Esos son
Sí.
ustedes dos.
Gracias, Normita.
Ven, Yanni. Bueno, buen viaje. Me alegro mucho que hayas venido.
I love you. Adiós. Hasta pronto. I love you. It's gonna be a big celebration, a party, because I'm coming to visit, which is, from what I understand, very traditional for Cubanos.
Vamos a hacer un motivo entre familia.
We're gonna go to Pinar del Rio to see a lot of my family.
Vamos al café.
I really don't know that much about them other than they're Almirolas.
Un día súper especial y por conocer a este primo que nunca lo hemos visto.
And even though I've never met them, even though I've never gave them a hug, I've never talked to them on the telephone, I instantly feel connected and feel like they are my family. And they are my family.
¡Celín! ¡Se acabaron los cócteles!
Let's go.
Silvita, Dora.
Hola!
Hola.
Un agrado.
Ay, cariño.
Hey, papi. Hola. Wow. No necesario. Hola. Hola.
Esto se mueve a concón. Dos para atrás y uno
¿Te gusta?
Sí, me gusta. Oye, espérate un momento. Gracias por todo.
Gracias a ti.
Tempa?
Sí.
Charlotte.
Sí, sí.
Dame, papi.
El número 43. Este Eddie.
Está súper bonito eso. Eso, ¿cómo lo conservas? ¿Por qué lo conservas así?
Lo cuido. Claro. Y yo dije, algún día yo lo vuelvo a ver. Mira, hoy te volví a ver.
It's hard to believe I made it all the way to Cuba. Salud. Did anybody else in the family have a desire to leave when my abuelo Rafael and Emilio left? Mi abuelo.
Tu abuelo y Emilio.
Emilio.
De Juan Carlos.
Juanquis.
Ajá. Ellos se fueron. Querían llevarse a Pedro, a mi esposo.
Sí.
Pero y el papá, que se quedaba solito y viejo, entonces Pedro le dijo, no, váyanse ustedes y yo cuido a papá.
Adiós, mi amor.
There's a saying in America that home is where the heart is, and there was no absence of a lot of heart in Cuba.
Adiós, mi amor.
I've always thought that it would be incredible to have the opportunity to come here and see, you know, where my roots are. But I've always had reservations too, that if I came, that there may be trouble or that there may be issues with me being here. And then now that I've come, I've seen there's really nothing to be nervous about. Here it's like, come on, everybody's welcome. They make you feel very comfortable. If you come here and don't feel comfortable, something's wrong. When I come and stand on that shore and I look back at the city of Havana and think, I am so blessed and so fortunate to be who I am, to be doing what I'm doing, to have the career that I have, to have the family that I have. I'm here, and I am Aric Almirola, and I am who I am because in 1966 they got on an airplane and left Havana, Cuba because they wanted to create a better life for their family. And I get to live that every single day, and I'm grateful.